All right. Let's see if I hit the right button again. Lately, I've been hitting the live button and then I leave it on unlisted. So, you know how that goes. Let's see if Sunday at noon, Super Bowl Sunday, let's see who's online instead of at the store uh, grilling, cooking food, or getting ready for tonight. Let's see who the algorithm throws this live in front of. And let's see what goes on. Hello, welcome. If you're just tuning in, you're number one. Where are you? What state? What country? Where are you tuning in from? And hello. Hello, what's your name? Are you tuning into the game tonight? Is football your thing? You gonna skip it? You going somewhere? What's going on? How come I can't see my own live on the iPad? There we go. All right. Well, in the meantime, while we wait for the wonderful world of YouTube algorithms to show this to whoever it's going to show it to, those of you tuning in, if you have a question, comment, observation, or anything you want to talk about, discuss, mention, get off your chest, this is the live feed for that. This is pretty much open forum time on a Sunday. Those of you know me, I got my black coffee. It's cup like number 6 for the day. If you're tuning in, where are you? Where are you tuning in from? What's your name? What state? What country? What goes on in your mind today? Anything you want to talk about? Spiritual awareness, meditation, self-development, confidence, anything to do with the current world, economy, sports, nonsense, whatever. Feel free to chime in and let's engage in the conversation. And let's see what's going on. Hello, if you're just tuning in, what's going on? Where are you? I like to know where people are tuning in from. It's always fun to see where the algorithm is showing my gigantic head around the world. So feel free to let us know. Are you in the United States? Are you in Texas? Are you in Japan? Are you in Ireland? Are you in Australia? Greenland? Canada? Where are you? And again, if you have anything you want to talk about, let us know. And someone jumpstart the dialogue, the conversation, and we can see what kind of threads we can pull on today. Yesterday we had a great show. We talked a lot about astral projection and lucid dreaming and mindset and mindfulness, and talked a lot about affirmations and things like that. Hello, if you're just tuning in, where are you? What state are you in? Where are you tuning in from? Feel free to drop a comment, and let's get rolling. And again, if you're just tuning in, I'm Paul Santisi. I come live and see what you guys all want to talk about, and that's how we do these things. Sometimes questions come in the first 10 seconds. Sometimes it takes a few minutes. So we'll just sit here and hang out and have this cup of coffee for about 10 minutes or so, and we'll see what's going on. Here we go. Sab's Workshop. Sub to you last night a few hours ago. Welcome, Sab. What were you watching? What were you listening to? Can you give us an insight? Random suggestion from YouTube. Awesome. What did it put in front of your face? What part of my content did it throw at you? Was it like a podcast? Was it a meditation? Was it a little video? What was it? What did it throw in front of you? Curious. Please let me know. Well, maybe not so random. I do a lot of what you offer, astral projection. Okay, did it throw a meditation at you of mine, or did it throw the podcast at you, the recent podcast that I started doing? And how do you do astral projection? What methods work for you? What do you like to do? Please share. That's a always astral projection has always been a top question ever since I began in this personal development arena. Over, gosh, we're going on 12 years already. Meditation. Okay. Do you remember the name of which one? I have a bunch. Was it Astral Portal, Astral Mirror? Was it in 3D sound, regular sound? I'm just curious to what YouTube is floating around the world these days. I've been doing the gateway process for a few months. Fantastic. Can't remember. That's fine. Make sure you go back and listen to one of my more recent ones called Astral Portal. We actually go right into the portal, into the astral realm. And then one called Astral Mirror, which is extremely effective as well. Then there's another one I did. I believe it's Astral Dream, where we go into a lucid dream and then we also project through the lucid dream. Yeah, check them all out. There's also a podcast I've been doing all about astral projections called Beyond Your Body Podcast. It's on YouTube. I believe we're up to episode 8 or 9. Go back and listen to all those. I talk about techniques, experiences, a whole bunch of information to help anyone be able to astral project with ease. So check that out. Yeah, Astral Portal, that one's fun. You gotta, the more you listen to that one, the easier it gets, and that one's pretty intense. They're all pretty intense, and it really just depends where you are in your life, at what moment in time, and your vibrational state when you're listening, and your emotional state, and as you know, if you've been practicing the astral projection, Sab, however I'm pronouncing your name, like when you're vibrationally lined up with yourself, meaning you're feeling good and you want to know, why you want to astral project to get to the sleep paralysis or the sensation stage or the vibrational stage. It becomes much, much easier just to allow. But as you also know, once you start thinking in that stage and you start thinking about what's going on, then you try to kind of want to force it to happen, and then that just pulls you right out. Fantastic. Anyone else? Question, comment, observation? Anything else going on? I was curious what the title. I did a little unique title for this live. I reference Who Wants to See Taylor Swift More Than Football Tonight, because listen, I got nothing against anybody. I wish everyone all the success in the world. I would really like to know the true reason why the world is being forced into constant updates on what this girl is doing. And, every time her boyfriend, her man, whatever his name is, catches the ball today or runs with the ball, it's going to be showing her jumping and clapping and swinging around. And I just don't understand why. Why are we being forced into the world of Miss Swift? And again, it's okay. I mean, I wish everyone all the success in the world. I'm just curious, too, if anyone knows why we're being subjected to her every breath. Let's see. I've only practiced twice. I'm pretty new to it all, but not, if that makes sense. I set out on my journey about 20 years ago, seeing my late mom as an orb of light. I watched neither sports or celebrity. There you go, Saab. Nice and detached. I love it. I'm genuinely clueless about all that stuff. I don't watch television at all. I usually YouTube. There you go. Perfect. Good for you. I got a couple friends of mine that gave up the television about 10, 12 years ago. So, yeah, it's a whole different world. And when I moved, I didn't want any TVs in my house where I am now. But I have a wife and a couple kids, and they wanted TVs, and obviously for now. But otherwise, I'm on your side. I mean, I wanted no TVs in this house at all. So, yeah, I look forward to those days where, yeah, I don't even have to hear it, see the lights of it. Can't stand it. Yep, same here. Many years ago, I gave up all that nonsense. Yes, absolutely. I look forward to that myself. But it even creeps into YouTube, because now it just shows us TV clips of, as soon as the news segment ends, it's uploaded. As soon as the segment's over, it's uploaded. It's streamed live. Man, YouTube was fun when it was just people, right? Now it's everything and anything under the sun. But that's how it works. That's how things tick. 43 years old, feel like 23 at heart and body. Yeah, fantastic. Just remember, before man invented the clock, there was no time, so it was just being. So you always felt like who you truly were. I mean, think of it that way. We have our birthday, and then we realize we're getting older, and then 6 months before the birthday, we start freaking out. I'm getting another year older. We're gonna hit the next number. Back before time, you were just you, your whole life. Maybe we can return to that. That'd be nice. Fantastic. All right, I appreciate you chiming in on the comments here. Anything else you want to say? Anyone else tuning in, you want to talk about anything, throw it at me. And as always, if I have any real life experience, I will share it back out there with you. And if not, as always, I say I don't know. I don't have any information on that. And a lot of people don't do that. They'll try to give you an answer. They'll try to sound good. They'll try to make you think they know what they're talking about. And, true communication is if you don't know, you say, I don't know. Someone asks you a question, just say, I don't know. Why don't you know? I don't have any experience on it. Because if I don't have any experience on it, how can I know? Otherwise, I'm just trying to remember what I heard. And what you hear typically is rehashed opinions and made up logic from other people. So why would I do that? Because even if I heard it from someone, if I don't have any proof that it's their experience, why would I waste anyone's time with that information? Right? But that's not how the internet works. That's not how social media works. Everyone goes on and just says the complete opposite on the next video. And everyone turns into a cluster of nonsense and perpetual confusion. So here you go. Here's my story in a nutshell. Mom got cancer when I was 17. She passed when I was 21. She asked me to keep an open mind. I did. 2.5 years later, I sat at a bereavement hit me. I sat and prayed to my mom and asked for that thing she promised me. She confided in me when she was ill, and she said she'd come back after she passed away. My ex-girlfriend asked me to sit with her. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times you can have a conversation with anything and anyone, whether they're physical or not anymore. It's really just opening the invitation. And a key kind of into that kind of realm of intuition or impression or emotional feeling or whatever you want to call it is you invite them in to your mind, and then you ask, how can you be of service to them? Right? So how can your energy support them in achieving their goals and dreams? Because just because someone's not physical anymore doesn't mean they don't have goals and dreams. And when you do that first, you're not trying to listen or trying to hear a signal or begging for an answer. You're asking, how can you offer service to that energy that you know once existed? Then you might be blown away with the impressions that start to flow back to you. Prosperous Pete. Yeah, Sab, try doing what I just said. You might be impressed. Prosperous Pete, you changed my life at my lowest point, breaking free from my bondage in deep. Fantastic, Prosperous. Was it any one specific meditation that did it for you? Was there any meditation, any one audio or video? Do you know which one impacted you the most? Gene Smith, good morning, Paul. Timeless. Any meditations to go higher? I feel I'm jumping. Have you listened to them all? Have you listened to every single one that I've uploaded? If not, go back and listen to something that I have that you haven't heard. Come to mind, I have one titled Beam. That one's pretty intense. Go listen to that one. Sab, a ball of light like plasma grew from pinprick to a soccer ball. Size floated between us and poof, disappeared. I asked, did you see that? She responded, yeah, I saw that orb of light. Yeah, terrific. I'm telling you, go back and set an intention to what I explained to you a few minutes ago. You're going to like the result. But I can't say too much, because then I'll be a witch. He's a witch. It's funny. I've been beating people in. God, we used to do a super show on Facebook I mean, we used to demonstrate pure magic like you're talking about. Yeah, it was wild. Facebook took us down. They couldn't. They took us down. I couldn't go live for like 6 years because I used the word portal and stuff. It was crazy. Prosperous Pete, I am, the original I am. Yes, great one. That's still one of the most popular ones 10 years later. Hi, Tina. She says mine would be the I am meditation. Yeah, it's YouTube. It's funny because, like, and sometimes just when you press record, the elements all around you, the universal principles are in like pure alignment. But a lot of my first dozen or so are still continuously the most popular. Jeweler at large, how's it going there? How's it going there? How's it going here? How's it going where you are? Where is everyone? Where are you all tuning in from? Drop the state or the country. Let us know. Sab, I will testify I felt so alone for many years, not meeting anyone with a similar experience, and everyone I tell is just to mock me or pass me off as insane. Yeah, welcome to the club, Sab. Welcome to the club. You will always get that kind of adversity when you talk about things that people can't process. And remember, most people don't even think, okay? It's less than 5% of people can actually catch a thought and hold on to it. And then less than 1/10 of those people who can think actually follow through on a thought to observe the thought in motion to then see how it's working for them emotionally. So yeah, welcome to the club. Tina's in Vegas. I love Vegas. That's where I heard the voice to create meditations. Back in 2012, I was walking through the MGM Grand Casino with my friend Joe, and we had just finished listening to this amazing speaker. I was at a weekend event. I was surrounded by 3,000 like-minded, positive people, and I was exhausted from traveling from Boston. I didn't sleep since Thursday, and I was so tired physically, and I was so emotionally charged emotionally. And when we left to break for lunch, we were walking through the lobby, and I saw the word Starbucks, and I read the word Starbucks, and in that moment, I felt this voice in my head. This voice was saying to me, you'll create meditations, you'll create meditations, you'll create meditations. And I'm looking around going, who's in my head? And the voice was so authoritative. I finally just said, okay, I'll create meditations. And then I looked at my friend Joe and I said, Joe, when I get home, I'm going to make meditations. And he goes, why would you do that? And we laughed because for me to say I was going to make meditations would be like I was going to go to Switzerland and start building tunnels under the ocean. It just made no sense to who I was or what I was doing at that time. Then I came home, I sat down, and that voice just presented itself to me, and it just guided me through the first process. And the first meditation was titled Frequency. And I created it, had no clue what meditating was, thought my name needed to be Wind River Wolf Warrior. I had to sit in the lotus position on a rocks, lighting incense. I had no clue. I didn't know what I didn't know. And I uploaded it, went to bed, woke up, something crazy back then, like 1,200 views, but it was the comments. It was the comments. Comment after comment after comment after comment. I've never felt this way. This meditation made me feel my emotional system. I never felt so good. I never slept so good. And I knew I was on that thread of possibility. And then I believe I created the first I Am probably within 6 or 8 months after that. Somehow I created and built this 3D microphone because I had this idea to make 3D sound. And that's where I Am came from. And that's where it all came from. And that's why we are here right now, talking 12 years later. There you go. Prosperous Pete's in Raleigh, North Carolina. We got Sabs either in the UK, south of London. Jeweler at Large is buried in snow in Michigan. I do not miss the snow. I came from Boston, New England. No stranger to the snow. Kristen Lee's in Texas. We love Texas. Where are you in Texas? Texas is such a huge place, but it's on my interest level for the future. Tina, you have a great voice for it. Thank you very much, Tina. Sabia, it was all planned, divine guidance. I feel this too. I have a purpose here, said since I was a child. Yeah, we all have a purpose. And, we're surrounded by all this outside influence. And sometimes it's extremely difficult to take a minute just to focus on ourselves. But it's all possible. That's, when you listen to one of my meditations, if you notice, when I make my meditations, I do them in one take, one shot. I press record once and I go. What that does is that allows you to ride the beam of intention with me and through me as I'm in the creation process of myself. So most people, no one else does that. They all record things, they cut it up, they edit it, they move things, and they try to make it technically good. And that doesn't do anything because it just does this to the line of energy. Mine is go and ride that beam. That's why you get such an intense emotional fruition for yourself when you listen to my meditations. No one else does that. No one else can do that. They all edit the hell out of it because they don't know what they're doing because they're trying to impress you. I ain't trying to impress nobody. I'm just recording based on experience and understanding and share back out what's worked for me in my life so you can duplicate that in your life. T and I have actually heard voices during meditation. Yeah, when you hear those voices, ask, what's up? Who are you? What else? What else is key? What else do you have to say? What else do you have to say? What else do you have to say? You'd be surprised what else that voice has to say. Kristen Lee. Hello, Kristen. Argyle, Denton County. Haven't heard of that one yet. I'm going to check it out. Are you in the middle? Is there mountains over there? Is you in the east side, the south, the north? Texas is so big. It's so big. It's, it's huge. Sup, Sab? Yeah, the word clouds your mind. I'm going to go delve deep into your videos. Do you offer one-on support guidance? Willing to offer a bit of... Yeah, I do coaching. You can go to paulsantisiuniverse.com. paulsantisiuniverse.com. It's actually the new home of everything Paul Santisi. You can even download a ton of free content, free audios and courses. And there's motivational videos, there's music, there's interviews, everything under the sun. And there's a link at the top for one-on-one coaching. You can grab a package. Absolutely, Sub. Yep. Well, it freaks me out. Well, I will next time. Yeah, I know it does. Just what else? What else? What else do you want? Ask. You'd be surprised. You only get one take in real life anyway, not like edited video where you can appear perfect. That's right, Jeweler at Large. That's right. Sabi's on it. Yep. Everyone, too, also, go to paulsantisiuniverse.com. Download a lot of there's a big button that says free audios. Click on it, and you can download all sorts of free audios that are not on YouTube and things like that. And I even have more content on paulsantisiuniverse.com than I have actually uploaded to YouTube. And I have thousands of hours on YouTube. I mean, YouTube is just like a snippet of what I've recorded and have available. Yes, go to the top. I believe it says one-on-one coaching. Click on it. Hit a couple buttons, and they'll show you the packages. What else? What else can we talk about? Nobody wants to talk about Taylor Swift clapping and jumping because her man caught the ball tonight. I'm telling you, every time this guy runs with the ball, it catches the ball. We're going to have to look at... Come on, NFL, if you're tuning in, listening, please. Cameramen, please, just stick with the game. And I'm not a sports freak. I don't even know who's on the team. I don't even know. I gave up many, many years ago. I used to love watching the Boston Red Sox, okay? I would watch every game. And then one night I was sitting there, and I added up all the hours. Well, each game is 3 to 4 hours. There's 100 and something games. And I added it up, and it was like 3.5 months of life watching one team, one sport. Never mind learning the players, learning the other teams, learning the other divisions, learning the different whatever it is. And I'm like, how do people do this? And imagine football and basketball and hockey and baseball and following 3 or 4 teams. It's like one team was like 3 months of life. Never mind the rest. So what I did was when they won the Super Bowl, the World Series the last time, whenever years ago that was, I stopped watching all the sports. And then I also had a good run with the Patriots. They had that dynasty for a good 10 years. And then after that, so now I'm a knockoff fan. I'll admit it. I don't know nothing. I don't know who's running the ball. I don't know who's catching the ball. I don't know who got signed for what. I could care less. I wish everyone the most success in the world, absolutely. But I'm a knockoff fan. I'll watch the Super Bowl tonight because it's on. I'll watch the World Series when it's on, but I don't pay attention anymore to anything leading up to all that. All I know is every time they're talking about the Super Bowl, they talk more about Taylor Swift for some reason. Sabs, I've got a bookmark. Thank you very much for the work you do. It's exactly what I have needed for many years. You got it. And there's a lot more. Once you dig into the wild world of Santisi, Sab, that you're going to find content that so much. Just keep clicking, keep clicking, keep clicking. You're going to find a lot. Santisi covers thousands of topics and subjects. What are your thoughts on the singularity, which tech fuses with bio? When we merge with techs and become almost like gods, will quantum computing open doors for us? Is it all just physical, personal, spiritual stuff in the singularity? Well, are we creating AI as we want it, or are we developing enough to tap into the AI that's always been there? Is our consciousness finally catching up to the existence of the non-physical consciousness that is here? I mean, there's non-physical consciousness all around us. I mean, people have been talking about that for thousands of years. So is it us creating the machine? Or is the machine always there and we're just consciously catching up to tapping into the vibration of it, to process it, to believe in it, to utilize it? Same as like faith or belief. That's the question. Are we creating it to destroy ourselves, or are we just tapping into something consciously that's always been there? We're just catching up on the frequency and how to do it. Spirit Nature. Hi, Paul. Love your videos. And Paul loves you back. Where are you tuning in from, Spirit? What state, what country? Where are you? Where are you tuning in from? Saab, exactly. I feel we will get along just fine. So pleased to meet you. You got it. Yes. Likewise, England. Fantastic. How's the food in England? Is it really like they say it is on the internet, or is it actually pretty good? What's your take? How is it? Do you guys really eat that many mushrooms on the English breakfast? Or is that just all for entertainment purposes? Now, a lot of mushrooms in the morning. I mean, that's some of those breakfast plates are like nuts. The beans and the sausage I get and the toast. But the mushrooms, what's up with the mushrooms? I cook American food. There you go. I feel like frequency is involved with almost everything. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. Everything is just energy vibrating at a different frequency. And when you break it all down to the smallest molecule, even the molecules are empty in the middle. So nothing is even solid. Although I did see some video where they combined two molecules and they made like a particle of solid matter, which is the first time it was observed. Now, again, too, is everything there and it just takes us a little bit of time to observe it? And if we don't observe it, is it really there? I mean, you can go down this rabbit hole for as deep as you want to. What else? Who else? Question, comment, anyone else? Anything else, Saab? Anything else, Spirit? What do you got going on? What's on your mind? Any questions, comments, observations, anything you want to tap into? Spirit, I got scared in my dream last night. I'm attempting lucid dreaming. Okay. Yeah, it's easy to get scared. That's fine. Just know nothing can really happen. You're always in control. And a lot of times if you see shadows or faces or entities or whatever it may be around you, lock eyes on them, stare at them eye to eye, and they'll fade away. They have to fade away because you're in control of your experience. They can show up and present themselves, just like if you're at the park, a bunch of mongrels can run up to you, but you're in control, right? It's the same in the lucid dream. So there's no need to be scared. You just, when you acknowledge, you confront, and when you stare at those things in your dreams that you wish not to see, and they must fade away. They will. It takes practice. It's like anything. I mean, Just because you're dreaming doesn't mean your emotional system isn't heightened. You can still get scared or happy or joyous, or you can still have fun or have a bad time, and there's no difference. It's the same place, just a different reality of the dimension. Same experience. I was talking to a woman and I realized she wasn't from my usual world. Yeah, you can stare at them, tell them to get out, go away. But if you stare at them with intense intention, they'll literally just fade away. They'll they'll dissolve. Don't get me started about lucid dreaming. I have some wild stories. I've had lucid dream in Inception one time. 3 times I thought I'd woken up, but I was, yeah, oh yeah, you were in the dream, in the dream, in the dream. Oh yeah, no stranger to that, my friend. I've been in the dream 5, 6 levels deep. Oh yeah. You keep waking up, and then you're awake, and then you realize you got. One time I was so deep in a dream, I woke up a few times. I'm like, wow, what a dream. I'm gonna go to Costco's, and Costco's is like a big store in America if we don't have any in your country. So I go there and I bought my stuff as normal. I drove. You have to show your membership card when you walk in. I showed my card and I had milk. And I was scanning my stuff, and then the woman scans the milk, and the milk turns green. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, I'm still friggin' dreaming. And she's like, what are you talking about? Like, the milk is green. She's like, no, it's not. I'm like, you know what? I'm dreaming. She's like, what are you talking about? And then in that moment, I just shook myself as hard as I could in the dream. And then boom, I finally woke up back in this realm. But I went shopping for Christ's sakes. And it wasn't until they scanned the milk that I'm like, I'm still dreaming. Are you kidding me? Yeah, yeah. It's intense. Everyone thinks awakening or being aware or consciousness, it's like all ice cream and rainbows. It's in times for your overall perspective, it is. Your clarity, sure, but the individual experiences, whew, they can toy with you like you can't imagine. Yeah, yes, yeah. Yeah, again, the beings too, you can just stare at them. That if you look at them eye to eye, they have to fade away. They will, because you're in control. And a lot of times they may try to misdirect you because you're going somewhere that you should be going to for yourself, but for some reason outside influence doesn't want you to. That could just be negative energy blocks. It could be like suppressed trauma blocks. It could be emotional pain, things you went through as a kid, things you don't understand, things like that too can present themselves in the form of entities or beings or experiences to keep you in that pocket of not understanding that you have full control. Yeah, good. See, good stuff today. This is good. That's why we come live. That's why I don't come live with nothing, and it's you guys that create the show. That's how it should be. Can they come back into our world? Pfft, they're everywhere. Go to the store and walk around. There is NPCs, non-playing characters. You know they're not real. You know, those of us who know, we know. We can tell. Have you ever noticed, like, no matter how often you go to the same store, you'll never see the same people twice, like virtually never. Even the people that work there are always changing so much. Sometimes you get on the same schedule as a few people, so you see them over and over again. But if you just go randomly to these stores, like, you never see the same people twice. So where do they all go? If you all live in the same community, where did they come from and where did they go? How come you never see them over and over again? It's pretty. You go down that rabbit hole. It never ends. Never ends. Yes, like watching a demon transfer from one person to another is freaky. Not today. Satan is what I say. Yeah, get out. Not today. Try again. Scram. Get lost. Nice try. You can even, I even get to the point where I acknowledge the negative entities in that level of consciousness. And I'm like, nice try. Just go get someone else. It ain't going to be me. Or I should say they are maybe a manifestation of our world. Yeah, energy is energy. You got to remember it. Earthlings, us, we live on a free will planet. So positive, kind, loving energy has just the right to demonstrate itself as negative, mean, and cruel energy. So it's not a battle between good and bad. It's understanding that both forms of energy have the right to exist and to demonstrate what they want. It's up to us to make the conscious decision whether or not to turn our back on that, and we can decide to pull from whatever side of that scale we want to. If you only want to pull on the side of love, light, empathy, and compassion, focus on it. If you want to pull on the side of self-destruction and evilness, focus on it. It's not my place to tell you what to do, but you got to pick one, and you can't go back and forth. Otherwise, you just stay in a state of perpetual confusion and agony. So pick one, stick with it, and then there's consequences and there's results of each decision. But it's not my place to tell you. I like the side of the love, the light, the kindness, the empathy. I like that side. You don't have to only pull from that side. I mean, and look, we all know the world doesn't. Just wait till the halftime show today. I'm sure it's going to be a ritual at levels that those of us watching this don't agree with. But it has the right to demonstrate itself. Carlos Castanedas? No, I've never heard of Carlos Castanedas. I will check him out, though. Sab, that's exactly what I say. The love, the light, the kindness. Wow. Yeah. Yep. You got it. You're in the club, Sab. Sab. However we say your name. I like Saab because they don't make Saab anymore, and I actually like Saab as a car. So we're going to call you Saab. What else? What else can we dig into? What else? What else? Any other threads to pull on? Sab the Seeker. It's not Sab, it's Sab. All right, Sab the Seeker. There you go. That's a cool name. It's a very cool name. A few weeks ago, I get a notification that says you have a new subscriber, and it was Jesus Christ. So somehow Jesus Christ has a YouTube account. That's amazing. Must have got that at the beginning, right? His names. And yeah, he's following Paul Santisi too. So it's all good. It's all good. I've read all the Carlos books, even have an autographed copy of The Art of Dreaming. There you go. I don't know who he is, but I'll check him out. I appreciate the tip on that. What else? What else? I'm going to keep this going. We'll go for about 45 minutes. I think that's a good amount of time. Then people on replay, it's still not too long, and they can actually tap into the whole show. Parascience Investigations. This be my other channel. This is where I share this sort of stuff. All right, very cool. Parascience Investigations. That's a whole other show. Paranormal stuff, the experiences. I've had a lot of that stuff. A lot. But that's its own show. Yeah, I'll check you out. You got it. Sab. I'm going to keep calling you Sab, but Sab. Anyone else? What do you want to chit-chat about? Anything else going on? And you know what's funny? I said this yesterday, and it was so true. So I'm live right now. So YouTube is, what do we got? 5, 6, 8, 10 people tuning in here and there, which is okay, which is fine, okay? It's easier because I can actually address every comment versus them going so fast I can't keep up. But what's going to happen is when this show's over, YouTube is then going to show it to more people than it is right now. And then in the comments, there's going to be a ton of people commenting as the show is live. And then I have to sit there and go back and say, this is not live, this was earlier, see me next time, and da-da-da-da-da. So you got to love YouTube. Like they tell you to go live. And then you go live. It shows it to some people. And then when it's over, it shows it to more people. Then those people it shows it to after are not getting the same chance to interact with it live like you are. And it's just like, come on, just show it to who you're going to show it to. I mean, if you pay enough and click some buttons, you can show these things to anyone you want to. So it's not like it can't be done or it doesn't know what it's doing. It's all a bunch of hoopah. Yeah. But anyways, that's what it does. Do you have any advice to increase my dreaming attention? Just know know why you want to have a dream or a lucid dream, or what you're looking to learn, experience, see, feel. Kind of dig into your why. And if you dig into your why, it's kind of like writing the request emotionally for you to experience it. If you go into it I just want a lucid dream, I mean, it may give you the worst, most vivid nightmare of your life. If you go into a lucid dream that, you know, I want to fly, I want to soar, I want to go visit with fairies, I want to go to a fantasy land, I want to go to a amusement park, and whatever it is, focus on your why. The why is the most important thing out of anything. Yeah, you got it, parascience. Well, SAB. You got it, SAB. Yeah, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. That's my experience. Yes, but you should always drink the water that the horses drink. A horse will never drink unsafe water. So if you do lead the horse to water and the horse goes down and drinks that water, then you can too. If the horse doesn't drink the water, don't drink the water. Yep, that's the second part. If you smoke weed, let me tell you, it suppresses it. When I quit weed was when I started to fully lucid dream. Yeah, that's true for some and untrue for others. Some people like to be stoned out of their minds and they have the best dreams, and others don't. It just depends where you are, how you lined up with yourself, and what works for you. But yeah, I tend to agree with your side. But some are the opposite. They will defend if they're not stoned out of their mind. They can't dream. So that's again preference. Yeah, everyone's different. Yeah. Again, free will, right? So you can have your opinion and you can tell people what works for you, and they can tap into it and it could work for them or it may not. It's everything is subjective. Everything is subjective, but as long as you have curiosity, wonder, and a hope of possibility, then you can create what you want, right? Anyone else? Question, comment? I have a hard time remembering my dreams. Yeah, that's okay. It's like it's like a lot of people when it comes to like memory or visualization, they say I can't visualize. Okay, don't see an orange. Don't see a purple monkey. Don't see a green banana, right? Don't see a pink unicorn, right? In those moments, what boom boom, you saw everything I told you not to see. So like memory recall doesn't mean you vividly see the unicorn in your mind like a photograph. It just means in that nanosecond you saw the image, so you can recall it. So you got to do your best when you wake up and the dream comes to you. You know, if you care enough, you can write it down. You can record it into your phone, do a voice recording. It depends how important it is to you. I mean, really, at the end of the day, some people rely on analyzing their dreams, and others don't care, and some don't dream. And I mean, I was recalling memories I had at like 18 yesterday that I never even thought of, and I'm what 47 now. So yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot in there. So don't over stress that one. I said I will fly before I fell asleep. I woke up in my dream flying around, and I was so shocked when I woke up in my dream. I fell to the floor. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, those are my favorite dreams when you fly. And a lot of times for me, it's not like I'm flying like Superman. It's like I'm flapping my arms and I'm able to like fly around like in the neighborhood and stuff. Those are my favorite. Yeah. Sometimes when you're falling asleep, you ever woken up suddenly with the feeling you're falling? Believe, yeah, a lot of people have. And one thing I'll leave you guys with this tip. If you want a lucid dream as you're falling asleep, tap your chest, match like the exhale of your breath. And if you do that, you'll sink in between the sweet spot between consciousness. Here's consciousness. here's dream, and you'll end up right here. And in that moment, you're aware, and then you can actually just kind of step into your dreams. So that tap, that's why some of my lucid dream meditations, I put that rhythmic heartbeat. It's to give you something to focus on, or an om. It's something to take you out of your thoughts and let your emotional system dial into that. Yeah, just Tina, just tell yourself, I'd like to remember more of my dreams. I want to remember more of my dreams. I remember my dreams. What I dream about, I can recall instantly and effortlessly. Just keep, everything's a work in progress. There's no right or wrong form of existence, right? We all have a different experience, but we can have similar stories. That's what it's about. Yeah, just tap your chest slowly. That's it. As you're falling asleep, and you'll hit that. You hit that little. I'm going like this. Here's consciousness. Here's sleep, and boom, you'll hit right there. And you'll be like, okay, cool. I'm not awake. I'm not asleep. It's solid black. Okay, now what? And boom, and then you can fall right in. Yeah. A recurring dream of losing my car in a parking lot, and then I started to meditate that phrase. Yeah, and you can even meditate in a dream too. So a lot of you, when you hit that lucid dream, if you don't know what to do, just go back into meditation, and you can meditate within the dream. And you can just, once you get in there, man, once you get in there and you can stay for a few moments, you can have a lot of fun. It's a great place to be. Where's my car? The same thought that enters my mind when the dreams occur. Yeah. Actually, what's today? Sunday. On Thursday, I was at the store, and I came out and I look. I'm like, I didn't park over there. I'm like, I thought I parked on the left side, but there was my car on the right side. So I walk all the way up to it, and I'm like, I didn't park here. It's literally my car. And then I'm like, there's no way this is my car. And then I hit the button and the door opened. I'm like, I parked on the other side of the parking lot. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I open the door and I look in the console. I'm like, that's not my stuff. It was actually someone else's car that was exactly to mine. Like, I couldn't even tell the difference. And my stupid fob opened their door. I was like, oh, come on. What is this? Total glitch. But imagine if I didn't pay attention. I literally I could have got pulled over and arrested for stealing their car. Like, so, got to be aware of this stuff. Stuff happens, crazy stuff goes on in this world that you can't explain. Imagine that. Imagine I drove off with someone else's car. I literally would have got tagged for car theft. Even though, like, come on. Because where I am, you don't need a license plate in the front. So it was exactly my vehicle. Same color, interior, wheels, like everything. Crazy. All right, let's end this here. We did a good 50 minutes. I'll come back next week, and we'll pick up where we began. And in the meantime, everyone tuning in, again, make sure you go to paulsantisiuniverse.com and click on that free audio button. And there's a whole bunch of audios and courses and things you can have for free. Grab all of them, grab the ones that pique your interest, and have that content, learn from it, and become better through it. And all right, that's it. We're going to end this. I appreciate you all. Have a great day. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Hopefully, we don't have to see too much Taylor Swift and we can focus on the game. And those of you without TVs, I applaud you. I want to get to where you are. And that's it. You guys have a great day. Make sure to watch the replay because we talked about a lot of great stuff. I'm going to do that as soon as we're done. And that's it. I love ya.